So I present you my finishing turnips rice cake. In Chinese we call it, Cantonese is lò bạc cô. It's a very wonderful dish and everybody love to eat, especially the Chinese. So I wish you well. I wish you all the time happy. And most important now in the COVID-19, I hope you stay safe and also can cook something nice for your family. So I wish you God bless, lots of love from me, and take care. Today I would like to cook rice flour radish. You know rice flour? This type. The finest rice flour. These are all from Thailand. You can buy this packet red or either blue. It's up to you. But usually I use this one. So what we do is pour it into here, into the big bowl. Or the 600 gram, 2 tablespoons corn flour, and then you mix them with 7 cups of water. Let it stay. Half a teaspoon salt, and then stay is here. Just let it stay for about an hour. Let the flour settle down and mixture, so that when they soak a bit longer, you don't have the rice flour smell so strongly when you steam. So this is part 1. So we do the part 1. We move on to the ingredient. Now ingredient is quite simple. What you do is you all cut it up and then you just bit by bit you fry. Now this is the lean pork, very nice lean pork. I already cut and then season it already with a pinch of salt and pepper. Cut it small cube little pieces. And when you cook the time, it will separate. Now because it's got seasoning, so it's a bit sticky. Now you look at this one. 1 rice bowl, Chinese rice bowl, shallot, or you call it spring onions. Cut it, and then this is all for frying for all the ingredients. Dry shrimps, you have to chop it. I show you, Dry shrimps is best to chop, not to grind. If you grind them, then it will be not so nice when we start to eat. So we put it like this, and then we just chop it. Chop it a little bit rough, and you fry and mix together with the ingredients, steam, and left it some to use for topping. Now you just cut it like that. Chop it roughly chop it. You already cut all like that. See, chop it. Sometimes lazy, we blend. Now this is already chopped, so later on we will do the other part, complete. Now another thing is about this one. For my recipe, I will add in this. This is called delicious preserved turnips. That means it's the white radish. We call it lò bạc cô lah, lò bạc. Turnips is the English words. So this is the dry one. 2 tablespoons soak with water, wash away the salty salt, so it will not be so salty. 2 tablespoons enough for 600 gram. And then for the shrimp just now, I did not say this one is about 300 gram. 300 gram for 600 gram of the rice flour, and then a teaspoon of garlic. Now talking about sausage, these are Chinese sausage. You soak in hot water, and then after a few minutes, you need to cut it. Why? Because there is a piece of the skin. This is like the plastic like that, but some people still eat lah. But for me, I cannot. I have to tear it out. See, you tear it out. This one is for making the sausage. So this is, you discard it. So when we eat, we feel very comfortable and can digest. So you just cut it into half. See? So another half from both sides. Because this one is just for frying, and then mix together with the rest of the ingredient to steam. So one enough already. And what you do is you cut it very small piece like that, and then keep some for topping. Topping means put on the top. Now if you cut this is a bit big, then I suggest you cut it again smaller. This is very big, and we cut smaller. Trim it. Another few more layer. See? So I think when you cut, you can feel it. If you like to eat chunky, then you leave it. If you like to eat fine, then you trim it. Okay? It's all this cutting, eating, how big, how small is your own choice. But depends on individual. But if you want to present it or you want to sell, Then of course it have to be a bit smaller. So this is all done. Suppose we keep aside. Later on I will continue to cut it finish, so we save the time. Now we have to talk about mushroom. Now mushroom is very simple. You have to soak it say a few hours until all are soft. You like to buy it thick one, the flour type, up to you. But of course, if your own family eat, you should buy some nice mushroom. This one, discard it, the centerpiece. Now what you do is I already trimmed some here already. See, just like that. Hold it with the scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know why? It's so much faster and simpler. Put your finger here below, then you just use the scissors to trim it. Trim to small cube pieces. This also the same. You need to fry them with the spring onion, with the shallot, and then with a bit of garlic. All fried and seasoned part by part. Then later on, you mix them together into the rice flour to steam. So you see, small piece, and then it's much faster. But if you are not good at scissors, very good with a knife, it's good that you use a knife. But for me, I will sit like that. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. You snip it, then you cut. So you see, much faster. Come to the end here, also the same. We do like that. So all the necessary ingredient is all prepared. Like now I have prepared already. Mushrooms. The ingredients should be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we put the strip. I'm already shed all 2 big nice veggies into it. The frying pan is hot. I just pour it in. No need oil, nothing. You just fry. So we fry and then put a bit of water. Take half a cup water, and then just cook. So cook about 20 minutes. Then when the veggies is soft, we take it out again. So we just fry, Seasoning later on, then we will add. This one we just fried it nice. Give it a good smell. You can smell it, as you fry what they call it, the white radish smell. All come the turnips, all the smell, very nice aroma, all coming up. It give you that fragrant smell, all coming up. So it's cooking. So in this case, when we fry the bitter, if there is some bitter side of the radish, also will be not so heavy. But some are very bitter, Bitter, then they will add a bit of sugar. So now I add another half cup of water, because don't forget the rice flour I put 7 cups of water, So now I cannot put more. Just put half a cup and then let it cook. Later on, this one will produce some water up by itself too. So now I cover it and let it cook. So we will come back again. Now this one is already cooked. I fried it, take it out and fry. So you can see it's all of them string up and then got water. So I will off it and let it be cold for a while, cool it for a while, then only I can add the flour in. So now I'm going to fry the rest of the ingredient. So that's it, that's simple. Now I cut the shrimps already into cubes. So I'm frying it and then add a little bit of salt, pepper, fry it till aroma smell come out, and a little bit crispy like that. That will be better, so that when the thing go inside to steam, the smell still can come up very well, and it's very delicious, You feel that you're eating something nice piece of cake. But this one is called a veggie cake. Very nice. Okay, now I fry, but I would like to have a drop of dark sauce. So you look pretty. Okay? You look a bit pretty, huh? Then I pick it up. Now with the dry stream, left it a bit behind so that you can fry the mushroom, or you want to fry the pork first. For me, I think I will fry the pork. Fry the pork first with the dry streams so that it's got a mixture. Let the meat rub it in. Bit dry, so I will add a bit of oil. Okay. Just maybe one tablespoon oil, pinch of garlic, and then I will throw in this dry turnip to cook together. You see, so wonderful, huh? Cooking is a lot of good experiment, and then also it's a lot of way to surprise myself, especially when I cook like this. It's like adventurous, you know, very adventure. You find this way, that way, how to cook. But then for this veggie cake, I have been cooking for many years, so it's become very seasoned to me. What to cook and not to put in, and how to get the most delicious taste out of it is that you still need to add a little 2 tablespoons. Or some people like to eat salty, put the turnips, you know. This is called the turnips, huh? Dry turnips. If you don't have, then never mind. Then in this case, you add a little bit more salt or your own taste, like you want to put in more, what do you call it? Dry scallop lah. So now I pick it up, huh? I dish it up, and last but not least, I have to fry the mushroom. Now a mushroom need to have some taste, so I'm not going to pick up all this the minced pork. I add more oil. Now I put all the shallot that I cut. Clean all the shallot and then fry to a good taste. And I add in the mushroom. This will be very, very delicious because the ingredient is good enough to make this piece of veggie cake nice and tempting to eat. You have to fry well. When we cook, you have to be patient. So you have to fry it well with the aroma smell coming out. And then for mushroom, it is good to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar. Why you want to add the sugar is because of this turnips might be bitter, sometimes. So it's good to put that in, and then it will give you a better flavor, sweet and nice. So now you see all my things have fried already and it's already cooked. So I'm going to assemble them. You know how I put all into make the flour first. And I will put in 1 teaspoon of salt. So you see the flour side, I did not put in any ingredient. Just half a teaspoon, don't want so much. Too salty, cannot save. pepper again. Oh, so nice on my pepper. So you can see it's it's frying, no? You have to fry until very good. You have to feel it when you're cooking. So you can feel the smell and you can feel that they're ready. Very delicious way and a very you feel it that this is Assumption Regis cake. So now I off the fire. And what we do is just have a look over here. I will show you how we're going to put all in together. Okay, so now you see my beautiful lady. You look at it. It's so beautiful. Now I cook. So it stir it and then it thicken. It's already thickening. Once it thicken like this, you slowly, okay, turn from the below, scrape it on top, and then do again the same, like that, until it dried off. No more the liquid. Then we will go into tray, put into the tray and steam. So you see, I mix all very well, very even, no. If you don't put it now, you let the flour thicken up and you pour in the ingredient, cannot. Very difficult to mix them evenly. So when this is even, after that cold already, you cut it up and eat. It will look beautiful, layer by layer, step by step, just like you're eating the fruit cake like that. Now you see how beautiful it is. So now I can just stop off the fire and then I transfer it into baking tray. Then go and steam. Steaming also you have to judge lah. Sometimes your fire is very high. You set about 8 to 10 minutes. Sometimes fire is very slow, can be also slow. So this one is based on your own experiment and your experience. You see. So suppose say you want to steam, roughly set about 10 minutes. 10 minutes not enough. About half an hour. Yeah, half an hour. So you can have to steam it about half an hour. Okay. Then you see, is it hardened or not? Poke it with a long starter stick. If it's not cooked, then continue. Most important, you must remember the steamer must have water, enough of water. Hot water or cold water to steam? Of course, you put in hot water lah, because all the way ma. If you put in cold water, the temperature reduce and then you become the minutes go up again. Wow, now it's complete finished. This one, the tray is about 8. Yeah, it's 8 inches round. Take 20 minutes to steam. Because when I put the toothpicks, it come out all white. So it's ready. No need to steam too long. So now the ingredient, I want to add it on top as a topping. Some little, just about a few tablespoons. Yeah, we just make it a nice decoration. This one is the sausage. Some is inside. Now this is outside. You do a nice decoration, and a very well presentable turnip, or you call it Regis cake. So you see, I put out already my mouth watering, so delicious. So we mix them here. Then later on we want to sprinkle the spring onion. You cut thin, spring onion cut thin, spread it on top with the chili, and then it will be a very beautiful piece of Chinese cake. See, some meat is not balanced. Spring onion, cut cube. Cut the spring onion, put on top here. The green color one. So now I spread over the dry shrimps. The dry shrimp is important so that you can get the aroma smell. Why I put it now? Because coming out from the frying pan is hot, the steamer, or from the steamer. So when you put in all the cooked ingredient, it absorbs the smell, absorb all into the cake. Even tomorrow you eat, then the cake will be very delicious smell. See, spread it a little bit thick, never mind. Some more. I think you steam only. And then 600 gram of rice flour, you can make four tray. Now I have 2 tray here prepared, and then I got another 2 tray prepared in front of me. This one I'm not yet put all the ingredients. 4. So you imagine 4 tray nicely cold, you can put it into the freezer. But then sometimes people cut it piece by piece to put in freezer. Not necessary. You can just whole tray go in. So if you eat a lot, then you put 1 tray. If you eat very slow, then you cut piece by piece. So I present you my finishing turnips rice cake. Lots of love from me, and take care. And give me more likes, and do subscribe and share please. Thank you.